Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about recursive equations for the three types of growth that we talked about in the last video. So we'll just start, these are the equations that or the tables that we used in the previous video. And in general, a recursive function is a function that just shows the growth. And so with linear functions, let's see what's going on. Okay, there we go. So in a linear function, we're adding from step to step. So we see that we had to add 3, add 3, add 3. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say a sub n, or whatever number we want. So if we want the first step, this would be a sub 1. If we want the fifth step, this would be a sub 5. And then we're just going to take the previous term, so n minus 1, and in this case we're just going to add 3. So if we want to find the fourth, which we know the value right here is 10, but if we want to find the fourth term, we're going to say a sub 4 is equal to a sub n minus 1, so that's going to be a sub 3. We just take away 1 from whatever we're looking at, plus 3. And so a sub 3, the value of that is 7. And so a sub 4 is equal to 10. Okay? We see that that worked for that one. Now, I'm going to erase this now and try it for the next one and see if it follows with our pattern that we've been doing. So now we're going to look for the fifth one. So I'm going to say a sub 5 equals a sub 4, because it's 1 less, plus 3. Now our fourth step gave us 10. So a sub 5 is equal to 10 plus 3, which means a sub 5 is equal to 13. Okay, and that makes sense because if we continue with this pattern of adding 3, it still follows that pattern. Okay? Alright, now we're going to move on to exponential. Exponential, if you remember from the previous video, we recognize it by multiplying by the same number over and over and over. And so we're just going to show the growth in that same way. So we're going to say a sub n equals, this time it's 4, so it's 4 times the previous term, which we write as n minus 1. So a sub n, we'll do the same thing. Let's plug in the 3 and see, let's find the fourth by plugging in the 3 over here. So a sub 4 is equal to 4 times the previous term, which is a sub 3, or we subtract 1 from this n value that we chose. Now, a sub 3, I'll just go up a little bit. A sub 3, the value of it is 16, right there. So we say a sub 4 equals 4 times 16, which is 64, and that lines up with what we have in our table. So, once again, I'm going to erase this. And let's try to find the fifth term using this equation. So, we're going to say a sub 5, because that's what we're interested in. Our growth is 4. And then a sub 4, because it's 1 less than whatever we're doing over here. A sub 4 is 64. So we just need to do 4 times 64, which is, let's see, 256. So we get 256 on our table now. And if we do 64 times 4, it still follows that pattern.